Hey guys, it's Krista. So today I thought we would have a little fun playing in the dirt using plants to de-stress in our life. In the soil. It's good stuff. Okay, so recently I went on a plant haul and I picked up these micans philodendron, or the philodendron micans. Cute. And I also picked up some string of turtles. Okay. And some of these succulents, which are called craasula, Calico Kitten, or something like that. Really cute, neat texture. And my idea on picking them up was to use these two plants to make a larger plant because they didn't have any of the size that I wanted. So I want to combine them in this pot, which I think I picked up at a Lowe's for a couple of dollars. It's nice and sleek, it's plain. You know, it'll look really good with these ones, but you're actually not going to see this pot. You'll see this pot because this is the goal, is to put those plants in this cute pot that I picked up, I think at a local TJ Maxx or something. Now, my goal for the string of turtles was to give this guy, this propagation, a little bit more leaves, hair, if you will. Okay? And I think what I'm going to do to make, there should be 3 of these. I only have 2 here, but I'll find the third one. I was going to put 3 of these and use this grow pot after I pot this micans. I'm going to use this grow pot to put the Calico Kittens in. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is squeeze the bottom of the package to loosen up the soil just a little bit. And then, to try not to make a mess, I'm going to do this over top the soil. Then what I like to do is put some of the soil. And the soil that I have here is just a simple, regular, all-purpose kind of potting mix. I think it's like Miracle Grow Garden. Picked it up at Lowe's. Not expensive. I don't really make my own soil. I just stick with like this all-purpose brand, except for if I'm repotting succulents. Generally, this is a pretty good brand. So again, what I did was I just put some soil in the bottom. Now I'm going to tilt it to the side here to leave space. You don't really want to mess with the roots because these are not established plants. So we want to be careful when we're repotting them. It's looking good so far. Just make sure that you got the plant securely in there. Looks good so far, doesn't it? I just want to top off the soil. Now, as far as plant care for the philodendrons, they don't like to be setting with wet roots. They like their soil to dry out between waterings. So you want to make sure that once you do pot this, if the soil's moist, you don't want to water it right away. Wait till the soil has time to dry out. So the soil was moist in my case, so I'm not going to be watering this right away. So our first pot with combined Philodendron micans. Look at the foliage on that. It's a velvety foliage. It has like an iridescence to it. It's a really neat plant. They're really hard for me to find in this area. So this was a really good find for me, and I'm really happy with it. Yay. Okay, so the idea was to put it in this hanging pot. So let's just see how it looks. Now I'm not liking that this really doesn't fit in here very well. Plant her like so. So this is sort of, you know, a look that would be cute. That's a cute look. You know, the only thing about pots, you know, nursery pots and putting, planting your plants inside of a pot like this is that you can't trade out pots. So I like to keep mine in a nursery pot or like a kind of a cheap, inexpensive plastic pot, so I can switch out the pots depending on, you know, which room I'm styling. So yeah, I really like the way that looks actually. So I guess no to the hanging basket and yes to this. Looks great. Cool. I don't know if you can see that, those little turtle looking leaves or foliage, I mean. It's really cool looking. I love it. So I guess the best way to tackle this would be to take out some of the soil. What I do is I stick them right back on top of the soil, and sometimes they stick and they propagate and other times they don't, but more effective use rather than just throwing it out. So I'm just gonna, because this soil is actually a different kind of soil, because this is a succulent, using something like this would probably not be the right kind of soil. So I'm going to use the mixture that the nursery had with it. So the root system on the string of turtles is a very shallow root system. So when you are working with the string of turtles, just kind of know that it's very easy to lose a few because of the very shallow root system. So that's something to be aware of. I'm going to arrange these legs over the edge because I really want that look. I want to encourage that to grow over the side so that it looks super cool. This one fell out. So I'm gonna have to, sorry, my camera wasn't focusing there. Yeah, this one fell out. So see, that's all the root system that was there. I'm just gonna stick the leaves directly into the soil. So check it out. That is gonna look so awesome. And I would probably keep the string of turtles in a terracotta pot because it'll dry out, and they like to be, they like dry soil. Calico Kitten, it's really neat foliage, really cool. Use the nursery pot from the string of turtles because here it is. Now, normally I would wash this out, but I'm not really concerned about disease transfer. But I would recommend if you were doing this at home to go ahead and rinse out, you know, a vessel before you go ahead and put a new plant in it. So again, a succulent, you're gonna want a succulent soil. You can make your own soil. I probably might post a video on that at some point because it's something I would like to experiment with. But for now, I'm just keeping it really simple. I'm going to use the remainder of the soil from the other plants that I just potted, the succulent soil. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop that into here. Because there was a lot of leftover actually. I don't want to put too much because I know that I'm going to get soil from these. So you figure, actually might not even need that much. So again, squeeze at the bottom. Gently release it. Okay, yeah, so these ones are really dry, so I'm going to want to water this because I can tell it needs to be watered. I can see that the roots have spread all the way to the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. They're really fine. I don't know if you can see the roots, but the roots on this particular one look like hairs. They're very, very, very fine. So I'm going to want to tilt it like this. I think that's the easiest way. And then move the legs over. Slide it into the spot. Check this super, oh my God, I love it. It is so adorable. Terracotta pot. Let's see, let's just take this guy right here quick. Let's just see what this looks like in a little pot. Oh my goodness. This doesn't fit, obviously I need a different pot, but yeah, hold on. So this is probably like, you know, up to your taste or whatever, but like something like this I picked up at a thrift shop haul, couple dollars, super unique. You know, it's not something you could pick up at Pier 1 or TJ Maxx. It's like an antique, I guess, or something. So you could have this style, pretty cool, or something a little different. How cute is that? Look at how much difference the pot makes though. Isn't that neat? Oh, it's so much fun to check out the different looks. How cute is that? Oh my gosh. So like this is like a TJ Maxx find. It's probably like $5 or something. They always have the cutest pots there. So is this one. This was also TJ Maxx, $4.99. Once this thing starts to get legs, this would be a really good home for it. Hanging right over the side. Yay. Thanks for joining me on my planting adventure today, where we talked about Calico Kitten, this really cool craasula succulent, really neat, our micans Philodendron, really super cool, and our string of turtles. Thanks for having fun. So I guess, you know, my advice would be, you know, when you're in the nursery or your local hardware store, wherever it is that you're picking up plants, that you check out the little grow pots, because you can really make sometimes a larger plant and save yourself some money. Usually they're like $3.98 or less for, you know, little grow pots like this. Sometimes the grow pots at Walmart, and sometimes they have them at Walmart, but I'm thinking more Lowe's or Home Depot. But they do have them at Walmart as well. If you pick them up in a small container and you combine two larger ones, you could have yourself a bigger plant and save yourself some money. So that's what I did here today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I hope that you join me for my next video. We'll be working on some other fun plant adventures. So next time, come with me, de-stress, have some fun with plants.